Hello and welcome back to Hey Manager. Today we'll be looking at the newly promoted sides and which players from each side you could put into your fantasy Premier League team. The first team we'll be looking at is Leeds United. The Championship title winners had a fantastic season under Bielsa and will be excited to be returning to the Premier League after 16 long years. Their main centre forward, Patrick Bamford, is the perfect striker to put into your Premier League side. In the Championship last season, he managed 16 goals and 4 assists in 45 games. He's been selected by only 10.8% of players, and similar players include Mitrovic, Rodriguez and Joe Linton. His strengths include his finishing, his hold-up play and heading, but weaknesses include his positioning, offside awareness and defensive contribution. He likes to finish counter-attacks, play short passes and is quite an aggressive player after picking up 4 yellow cards. Leeds' first 5 games consist of Liverpool, Fulham, Sheffield United, Manchester City and Wolves. These are very tough opponents for Leeds' first 5 games, including Liverpool, the reigning champions, and Manchester City, the challenging champions after a disappointing season last season. Sheffield United, a surprising side away from home, and Wolves at home are going to be 2 tricky games for them as well. Out of a possible 25 points, their fixture difficulty rating totals up to 20, which shows how difficult their start of the season is. Patrick Bamford is their main striker, and for only 5.5 million, he seems to be the only one that will be picking up goals for the next season, so he should definitely be put in your side. The next team we'll be looking at is Scott Parker's Fulham. They were promoted from the Championship after a playoff series versus Brentford in which they won 2-0. Mitrovic is an experienced Premier League striker, having a stint with Newcastle in 2015-16 where he scored 9 goals and got 4 assists, and also with Fulham in the 2018-19 season where he got 11 goals and 3 assists. He joined Fulham in July 2018 for 22 million and has been their main striker for many years. He's been selected by a massive 30.5% of players, which shows just how highly rated the striker is. Some of the players include Wood, Haller and Adams from Southampton, players that are very aggressive, very strong and great up front with their head. Last year in the Championship he scored 26 goals in just 40 games, but picked up 8 yellow cards, highlighting his aggressive behaviour. His strengths include his finishing, passing and heading, as well as his strength of course, but his weaknesses consist mainly of his hot-headedness. He likes to lay off passes for his teammates, he's an aggressive player and can score pinpoint headers into the top corners. Fulham's fixture list consists of Arsenal, Leeds United, Aston Villa, Wolves and Sheffield United. These are very difficult games leading into the season, with Arsenal at home being a very big game for them to start off the season. A total difficulty rating of 17 out of 25 shows they have quite a difficult start to the season, but nothing too hard. Games against Leeds United and Aston Villa could be vital for them to start the season well, and Mitrovic should surely pick up some goals. For only 6 million and with bags of Premier League experience, this guy seems to be the real deal. Finally, we'll move on to Matheus Pereira. The new West Brom signing who's joined them after a season-long loan for 8.19 million looks to be a sensational talent. In the Championship last season, he managed 20 assists and 8 goals in 42 games, an absolutely phenomenal display by the right winger. He mainly plays along the right wing, but can play through the middle and perhaps on the left-hand side if need be. Surprisingly, only 6% of people have chosen him, and for only £6 million, he's really a bargain. Similar players consist of Grealish, Barnes, or McNeil from Burnley. A lot of players that are very tricky with the ball, great at dribbling and can find a lethal pass. His strengths include his vision, dribbling, set pieces and through balls, and he's very good at shooting from outside the box. His weaknesses consist of his heading, and he likes to commit a lot of fouls during his defensive play. Pereira is a very skillful player. He likes to cut in from the right wing, does a lot of skills, and attracts a lot of fouls. He likes to try killer balls as well. If you watched him last season, he plays very sneaky passes through the back lines. West Brom's first 5 fixtures consist of Leicester, Everton, Chelsea, Southampton and Burnley. These 5 games are quite challenging games. An opening day against Leicester can prove a very hard game, but I think West Brom's style of play can probably match up to Leicester's. Hosting Chelsea as the 3rd game as well can be a tricky one after Chelsea have bolstered their side with new signings. An away day to Southampton could see them pick up 3 points after Southampton's back line is very poor, and Burnley at home could also be in a game where they can try and pick up points. I think for 6 million, Pereira is very undervalued. I think through the season we might see him pick up a few assists, score a few goals and his price will definitely rise as we go through the season. I think if you will put Pereira in your side, you'll be looking to put him in around about the end of game week 3 to perhaps take advantage of the Southampton and Burnley games. Again, this guy is a special talent and has been linked with Manchester United in the past due to his fantastic season in the Championship, so let's see just how he does in the Premier League. Thank you for watching this episode, and I hope it's really given you an insight onto the newly promoted sides. Leave a comment below letting me know who you think will have a massive impact in the Premier League after being promoted from the Championship. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I shall catch you in the next episode. Ciao.